This video seems interesting. A minesweeper bot, huh? With 500,000 views. Now this bot better be good for that amount of views. And at first glance it seems quite fast, with quite a high accuracy. But if I were to put the minesweeper world record next to it, it is very obvious that there are some incredibly sweaty people playing minesweeper. Also, if you're confused, this world record is played by an actual human and not a bot. I mean, just look at the speed. I don't even know where the mouse is. But it gets even crazier because an insane amount of people had managed to complete a 10 by 10 grid in 1 single second. And let me just repeat that if you didn't hear it correctly. A single second. So I took this challenge up upon myself to beat these minesweeper sweats, and like any sensible person would do, at the end of this video, I'm going to try to submit my bot to speedrun.com using this very legitimate method. To build this minesweeper bot, I really only had 2 options. It was either to make the minesweeper game from scratch using a game engine like Unity, and this method means that I can control the individual values of each cell. But this probably won't get me the world record, so that's just not possible. Instead, I can just download the game from the Apple App Store and read the values of the minesweeper board. And this seems like the easiest and the best option. And it will totally just be a breeze to code all of this. And I totally didn't have to grind till 1 AM to complete this bot. But I actually forgot to explain what minesweeper is. But do I really have to? Like, even my parents know what this game is, and they didn't even have phones when they were younger. However, for all of you millennials out there, minesweeper is a game and not a ship. I just had to clear that up. So all that was left now is to install minesweeper and start coding. But installing minesweeper was just the easiest bit, and it was going to get a lot harder. So it's time for the epic master plan. To start off, I need a simple script that takes screenshots of the games every few milliseconds. And ideally it shouldn't take more than a second. After getting all the screenshots, I need to get all the values on the screen to an array, which seems very easy as I can just use a module called PyAutoGUI to find all the numbers on the screen. But that is what someone would say if they weren't trying to get a world record, as this method of searching for a number simply would take way too long. And it's pretty obvious that this AI is optimized for speed. And there are several other ways of going about this. Instead of searching up each number across the screen, I can use an aspect of minesweeper that doesn't look very significant at the start, and that is the colors of the numbers. And since each number has a different color, I can check each cell and the colors inside that cell to deduce what number it is. Now I just need to code it. But normally I would insert a massive montage of coding. But unless you want to watch several hours of painstakingly long work, I would suggest imagining me coding. But since you can't see my face, I will just let you picture it with this GIF. But all that matters is that it's working and totally didn't take me a whole day. Now, there was a slight problem because whenever I run my code, it takes over 7 seconds to just detect the numbers on the screen, which is already longer than the current world record, which is actually insane. So to make this process quicker and simpler, I could just crop the image so that instead of checking 3600 pixels for a specific color, I'm only checking around 100 pixels, which will increase the speed to be around 36 times faster, making the total time to be 0.2 of a second. And that is something I can definitely work with. Now that I had a digital representation of the board, I needed to make a bot to choose smart decisions. But how will I do this? The plain truth is that I do not know. But a smart Asian 10-year-old does. So I just went on the internet, copied some code, and well, it kind of works. And it kind of works until a point where it just breaks down. So let's just try and run the code again. And second time is the charm, come on. Nope. My code, you heard me right, my code is definitely broken. But I spent way too long on this project already. However, what if, instead of fixing my code, I were to run the bot multiple times and only submit the games where it was working to speedrun.com? And that is exactly what I did. And it was going really badly until this happened. A 14-second run. Let's go. So now I just need to submit it, and it should have gotten my first world record. So I was just about to upload my gameplay, but this is unbelievable. A 6-second run from a human. And I'm not surprised that this ZNG guy is Chinese or Japanese. Like, how can you be faster than a robot? And you know what? That's it. I give up. There's no way I'll ever beat 6 seconds. That is just insane. And this is probably why robots will never take over the world. Hopefully. But don't forget to like and sub because my entire sleep schedule was interrupted by this one project.